asking you a specific question on specific sectors, I would like to understand where do you see Goa's startup scene today? As somebody who is very passionate about startups, uh, I personally feel that there is a mismatch in terms of local startups and mature startups. As somebody who has invested heavily in startups, how do you look at this game?
So, Harsh, I agree with you that the startup scene is very nascent, but there are lots of people who have ideas. And I think I would strongly send through your channel, urge and send a strong message to the youth that they must look at solving problems. Businesses emerge out of solving problems. So, unless you solve a problem, why did iron ore industry start in during the World War II in Goa? Because the Suez Canal was blocked. They could not get ore from the other side of the world. And that's where, when there was a certain amount of prospecting happening on mining in Goa, that's where they realized there's mining in Goa. There's iron ore deposited in Goa. And that's how many families like ours converted that into a business proposition. Now, where do we learn this? Because right now, as you rightly said, Bangalore created that hub for a startup. They had all the ecosystem in place. The government went full gung-ho. They invited people. They created an ecosystem. The educational institutes developed simultaneously. Okay, and the whole vibe was created that Bangalore is a great startup place. Okay, we missed that bus. So that is why I think we need to create our own niche area within IT, within startup, saying that this is what we promise and this is what we'll deliver. What do you want to promise? We want to promise a good life to those people. Educational institutes have to come up. Okay, we need to create great bandwidth connectivity, because unless you digitalize today, no businesses can survive. So we need great bandwidth connectivity and we need ease of doing business. Somebody who comes should not struggle for land, should not struggle for real estate space. So I think the whole ecosystem has to move together. And with this and the right kind of marketing, Goa leads least amount of marketing, because Goa is recognized as an international brand. What we still have to do is to attach the business seriousness with that international brand, which is known only on the coastal tourism. So I think, as you said, there's no rocket science in this. As I said, great bandwidth connectivity, great ecosystem, great climate, because all these are youngsters. They have young kids. They want great schools to go to. They want a great social, vibrant life. So if you put all this in place and you create vibrant communities, I think automatically then people follow. And that is what we want. Today we get people, but we get them in bits and pockets. So if you want to create something like a Bangalore, with of course our own niche, I don't think we should become Bangalore, because Bangalore has all its other problems now. It's grown too big. Yesterday Mr. Prabhu made a very valid statement that we also need to see a carrying capacity of the state. So I think when we read the carrying capacity, what is the kind of people that you need to attract and go is something from an employment perspective, from an entrepreneurship perspective. So if you look at all the new age areas, can we look at pharma research? Because we have enough pharmaceutical industries. So you attract a different kind of a crowd. Okay. Can you specifically concentrate on AI? So I think these are things and then from there will emerge which are the startups in AI, whether we can attract them, come and set up shop here. We will give you all the enabling infrastructure. I think that's how you create an enabling environment for these sectors to come. And that's how then Goans will get integrated into it. Right now what happens is, as you said, we are in a very nascent stage. It is not hitting, although I have committed some money to many of the Goan startups. I think we still have, we are still not known in that world. We are far beyond, other than one unicorn that we have of Mr. Sriram. The others can't even dream to be Sunicorn at this stage, forget a unicorn. So I think, where do we take them? What is the sectors that they will drive on? How do we give them the necessary, because nobody will put money unless they see a viable business model in it. Okay. Today, as a Goan, I may feel that you are a startup, I may give you a little bit of money. But once that is burnt away, how does he manage the scale? So one is building your dreams, executing them, for which you need this entire ecosystem around you. So that's why I say that Goa should focus on what startups, because startup is becoming a very broad word now. What can Goa offer to them? and then focus on getting startups in that particular sector, so that then Goa becomes uniquely known for those kind of startups.